and then they start to annoy. So that is definitely not expected. One day it will not be there, someday it will be there.
Yeah.
So the external factors are always vary.
Yes.
I've gone live, so we can still discuss, no problem.
Srihari, do you know how to do settings in team meetings for the guest? For the guest, na?
Okay.
If he has to see that our chat window, then we have to enable something. And in that session, that option was not available.
Okay. How about if Vilas has this meeting organized?
No, he's outside the organization. He doesn't have ID. If you have ID, the problem is solved automatically.
Yeah, that is correct. Anyway, I don't know. We will see it outside this session.
Yeah.
Then we will explore it. I don't know what happened to the other two.
They will join. Oh, it's 8:35 already.
Yeah, it's 8:35. I'll message. They both are missing. Okay, anyway, let them join whenever they want. But this morning I had a very nice vision and experience. So I thought, let me give that assignment the way it came to me. We'll see where do we encounter, end, or whatever it is. So, how do you define universe?
It's a question?
Yes, it's a question. This is the question which came to me, and that opened
how
up so
to define
many.
Universe?
Yeah.
Universe is having Panchabhutas and there are jeevis with the reflected conscious. Then the time factor is there within that. And enough energy is already available. That is in the form, it's a Purusha. Purusha is manifested in a different way. Energy.
Okay.
And it's a place for all chittas to come, see, and do whatever they want to do. That's a karma. Then go back.
Okay, but
that facility is there.
That is correct. But do you really experience all of that, what you said?
I think whatever I explained at the high level, yes, able to really experience. See, Panchabhutas, yes, no doubt. And jeevi coming in, going on is a self-experience. Karma is experience. Time is experience. And all that is experience. And
no, I'm asking about the universe. When you say antariksha, which is the meaning, the Sanskrit word meaning for that is
Antariksha is like Akasha, right?
Yeah, but universe is also called as that only, that name. Anyway.
Oh, then.
So the question is, how do you define universe? See, now if you say jeevi and 5 elements and all that, that is what not everyone sees. This is from the Vedanta viewpoint. I'm talking about how do you define in general way. How do you define what is the universe? Padmashri, good morning. This is a question for you also. And Srihari, this is a question for you. So don't only assume that Bhatt is going to answer and it will be like me and Bhatt.
Yeah, but you'll have to repeat the question. Lata is not there today, is it?
I don't know. I messaged her. I didn't get an answer. So the question is this way to all the three of you. How do you define universe? Today I had a fascinating experience and a vision, and through which I was able
How do
to
you define
universe.
universe? Okay.
What do you see? We use the word universe. So what do we know about universe, or best way to put it? How do you define? How do you yourself define what is a universe from what you have experienced as universe?
Experience wise, I can't make out because experience, I've not experienced it, but for me, universe is Brahman.
No. I'm not talking from this one. What is that? From Vedanta perspective at all. Just in a normal way. When do we call universe?
Normal way. Normal way. I don't know. But okay, when you are telling about experience, I remember something that the feeling of. I don't know, between two breaths, sometimes in this, sometime back in the beginning, you were asking about the experience, the gap between two breaths.
No, I didn't mean that at all. No,
I used to find that, but that is what is universe. I have not seen the universe. I've seen pictures of the universe. I have not seen the universe.
No, that is what I'm asking you, Padma Shri, that whether we know it or whatever we have seen. That is not what I'm asking. How do you define universe in your way? See, everybody defines something in their way, right? So now, if somebody were to ask me this question, let us say, what is a universe? I will say, collection of stars and planets and all that. Correct.
That is for me, that what I feel is that is something which is infinite. Stars, planets and all are there, but that is the regular definition. For me, the definition inside me is that is something which is infinite, which has got no shape, size, anything. That is what I always think.
No, that is the Vedanta
No, that is what I always know. Not because we are having these discussions now, but even before that, I used to feel like that.
Okay, but if something is infinite, how do you experience infinite?
That is why I said I have not experienced it. I only feel that it is like that.
Even how do you feel it? What is the way to feel it?
No, that I cannot. I don't know how to answer that. But if I put my feeling in words, this is what I can say. It is something which is infinite, where I don't have an idea of how many square kilometers it is, or where I do not know what all is there. Yes, I know some of them are there. Some planets are there. Some stars are there. Some suns are there. Meaning we call our sun as our star as sun, but then there are many other suns also. There could be something totally different which we do not know. It has got no measurement is what I feel.
Okay. Fine. No worries. So that is a good definition, and Bhatt gave about another definition of 5 elements and all of that. Okay. What about Srihari?
Yeah, the space from which we see with our eyes, like the sun and the stars that we see and perceive, is the universe.
Okay, good. Fine. So, what does the universe consist of? This is the next question. So, first question was, how do we define universe? Lata, you have joined late, so you can still attempt to answer this question. How do you define universe?
Jagat.
I didn't hear.
So how do you define Jagat?
No Sanskrit, no Vedanta, nothing. Today I had a very nice, profound experience, which in waking state also I could experience what is Brahman. So I thought, let me take this, because during walk I had this experience, beautiful experience. So I got these questions and I got the answer. So I thought, let me explore with all of you. So don't worry about Vedanta, don't worry about whatever you have discussed so far. In your opinion, personal understanding, how do you define an universe? All the three have answered, only you are pending because you came late.
Okay. So that's why. So that's why it's silent.
Yeah, they are silent because they all have answered.
And I have not heard their answers.
Because you were late.
So I cannot copy.
You can't copy. That's good that you entered late.
Okay. Universe is everything. What you see in the waking world, what you
Now
see
you're
in the
coming to
dream
Vedanta.
world,
No,
and everything put together.
no, Lata, don't talk about Vedanta. In your personal experience, forget about spiritual or this or that. Don't muddle up yourself. Just when a word universe is put in front of you, what do you feel?
So
How do you define?
when somebody says universe, the thing comes to my mind is this cosmos, everything, all the galaxies, all
Correct.
that, whatever is there, different galaxies, planets, stars.
Yes.
That is what comes to my mind.
That is all what universe is.
Yes.
So let us not add Vedanta and this and that to that.
Okay.
Okay. So Padmashri said something which is infinite. So we call that as, let us say, ever expanding universe. Now, what is the meaning of the word universe? Now we defined universe. Perfect. Agreed. Collection of stars, planet, galaxies, Milky Way, or all of that, and dark matter, and ever expanding and infinite. Okay, done. Whatever I could see, but there is a more to see, which I am not able to see. I have to go through Hubble telescope or this one, that one, and I've understood it is expanding all the time. Okay, done. Now, what is the meaning of the term universe?
So suddenly it came to my mind that one which has become many.
Okay, one which has become many. Fine, good answer. Okay, that is nearest answer you can give. Very good. 90% right. Now, what is universe? I mean, how do you explain about universe? Now we defined it, the term universe, what it conveys. And
so this also only I have to answer, or?
No, it is all the four of you now. That earlier you came late and I ragged you, but now it is all the four.
Okay.
You can take as much time as you want. I have no problem.
If we split the word universe, I think it makes the same or the similar what Lata has mentioned.
One to many.
Yeah.
Correct. And actually, you don't have to struggle so much. It is a Latin word, unus, which means one. Verse. What is verse? Yeah, I'm not talking Vedanta. I'm talking English, so it's okay. You can say whatever you know.
Verse is versatile.
No. What is the meaning of the word verse? Like uni. Uni is from the Latin word unus, which means one. Verse is not. Even my wife has entered with full vigor.
Okay.
So today there is no Vedanta class. So she thought that, okay, good, I can also join.
I am not familiar with the verse, but I know the word Brahmanda.
Don't bring that. Today the class will not have anything to do with Vedanta.
Okay.
What happened?
Verse is a line upon a poem ನಲ್ಲಿ verses.
Hey, I didn't give you a very difficult assignment. I just given you English assignment.
Yeah. So you have already confused us with all Vedanta. So it's difficult to think in simple English.
I'm giving you a very simple one. No Vedanta class today.
Verse is I think what we call verse. If you take a literal meaning, it's like the poems that you write verses.
That's correct. So it's a line. Like my son is saying it's a line. Okay. Fine. But the actual meaning of that is arrangement.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now universe means a single arrangement.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And what is it's arranged of?
Is it arranging in order?
There is no order and disorder in universe at all. It is arranged.
Mm-hmm.
Mind makes order. There is no thing called as order. There is no thing called as perfection in universality. And we use this word universality. Okay. And we call university. See, you see where all we use this universe. It's a collection and it is one single arrangement.
So it is one thing which has got arranged
in different way.
Yeah. In some harmonious way.
Yes.
Whatever.
So now you have something called as rhythm. And this rhythm is there for heart, rhythm is there in the music, rhythm is there in poetry, rhythm is there in everything. So universe is something which is rhythmically arranged in a particular way. Single arranged in a particular way, which calls itself a rhythm. And that's the meaning of word universe. Now, what does it consisted of? Planets, stars, galaxies, and all that. Right? So they are arranged. So we didn't go and arrange it, right? Did we arrange?
Right. No, we don't arrange anything.
No, we didn't.
100% sure, right?
Yeah, we are 100% sure. We didn't arrange
that
anything.
Which is already arranged is called Prakriti. Got the point? You didn't arrange.
Yes, correct.
It's already arranged.
Yeah, same thing with our body also, no?
Wait.
We didn't arrange it.
I'm meant to come to that. Hold on. Okay. Now, when you take this universe, what is the constituent of universe? Now we defined, then we looked at the meaning. Now we are coming into the constituent.
Most of it is gases and heat and cold and things like that. So if you look at stars, it is a color. It's a, what do you say? Collection of gases which is burning.
Right. 90% you are right. You are missing the target by 10%. You said one too many, that is correct, and what you are explaining right now is also correct. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So that 10% I was saying, the other 3 can fill.
Yeah, they can fill, or anybody can fill. I am okay. Today, I have also opened the door, so my son and my wife and my mother-in-law or anyone can come and answer. Okay, but
so
yeah,
burning is fuel. That means fuel energy. It is already there.
Perfect. So 5% more. Good. Another 5%.
And then it's all are moving.
No, that is not the answer.
Or this one, it is expanding always.
That is also not the answer. We already said about what is universe. So it keeps on expanding because it is arranged in one rhythm. So that keeps on like a song. It keeps on playing. That's all.
Yeah.
Shri Hari, Padma Shri, answer. Hey, you can't sit silent. You have to answer that I don't know the answer. That is also okay.
Most of it are already told by.
No. Most of it, some of it, I am not bothered. What, as per you, what are the constituents of the universe? Padma Shri, you are from a scientific community, so you can't keep silent for something which you are talking science. And you've been propagating that it is just a matter of time, science will catch up with spirituality. So today we have dropped spirituality, we are only on science. And we are going to quickly go to quantum mechanics also.
That means we are regressing.
No, we are not regressing. I am just asking you a question. And you are in science, so you better answer.
No, I don't know. Meaning again and again I will answer the same things because for me, okay, Panchabhuta, all these things are there. Meaning I'm not answering the ones which is very obvious for us to know because the planet is made of all the Panchabhuta. So that is the natural place where the bodies are existing because the bodies require something to exist, so they are existing. So for me, the body that we are having is a body where consciousness can attach itself to, but the things on which we live on, they are also the same things which we are made of. That is, our human body is made of. But the point is that we don't see the consciousness that is present there. That's all I can put it as. But this is all there throughout the universe, and the universe is we still don't know what all is there in the universe. Because to our knowledge, whatever we know is what we are able to see, or what today what our scriptures have said, or what science is telling. But I feel it is much more than what we have seen, because as we are going further in our journey, we are seeing more and more. So I think it is something which is absolutely unfathomable is what I feel.
Okay.
You wanted English, I used all the English that I know.
I don't know. Today is not my day, I think so. I am asking very simple questions.
It's full of atoms.
No, I am asking very simple questions. I don't know why there is so much of complexity. Okay, no problem. I can answer it. So, the constituent of any universe is fuel and fire. That's all. So, you have nutrients on one side and you have Agni on the other side. And when we take the Tejo function, it has cold and hot. So you have hot planet, you have cold planet, you have hot stars, you have cold stars. And if you take that dark matter and clouds and whatever you want to call that as, they can either have radiation, which is again heat, or they might have a cold radiation, which is again part of temperature or heat. And there is continuous glowing, so there is nutrients. So it has, if I were to use the Sanskrit word, then you have Ojas on one side and Tejas on the other side. That's all. That's all the constituents of universe. Anybody want to challenge me on that?
But science says electrons, protons, neutrons, and all that.
Yes, it is there.
Coming under what?
No, it is also atom. Atom is there, but that atom also has heat and cold, right? It has temperature and it has this nutrients. Your body is made up of the same thing.
Heat is one of the properties.
Okay.
But there can be more properties.
No, there can't be any more property than temperature.
Oh, you said that the basic property is only temperature.
Yes, you just check. You check your air. It is only cold or hot. What else do you really have?
What you said, Ojas and Tejas.
Yes.
This is on Tejas, right?
Heat is Tejas, yes.
What is Ojas? Can you just explain?
The Ojas is nutrient, nutrition, fuel. What you said as fuel, right?
Ojas can also be the brightness that is coming out of the.
Yes, it is.
Heat and light are two different properties of the same thing, right?
Yes, that is correct. But that burning thing which is burning, it's because of the fuel. There is something called as fuel. And fuel in Sanskrit.
Yeah, the heat is the Tejas, but the brightness is what I thought all along.
Yes. So the nutrition, the nearest English word for Ojas is nutrition. We don't have any other word to explain that except for using the primary word of Ojas. So it has fuel. The fire itself has the fuel. It can burn anything because there is fuel. It can burn the body. It can do digestion, whatever is eaten. There is fuel and there is fire. So if you want to...
That's all. Only two.
Only two. There's no other thing.
What is this called? Weight. Height, weight. Length, breadth, weight, color. Color I understood.
Color is coming because again you have Agni. Without Agni...
That I understood. How this gravitation, the weight point of view, how you define? Using these two, Ojas and Tejas.
So now again the Tejas, if you take Tejas, what is the functionality of Tejas? Radiation. It radiates. So the gravitation is created by radiation. Without radiation, there can't be any gravitation. The radio frequency is heat, right?
But my understanding so far, if you go to the basics, the only 5 elements. Now you are telling not those 5. You are talking something different.
No, wait. I'm going to come to that. Now, first, when we say radioactivity, radio waves, is it heat or is it something else?
It is not heat. It is something else.
No, it is heat.
Heat, huh?
Radioactive means what? It's heat only, right? See, now this person...
No. See, when the radiation moves from one place to other place, if you have material only, the heat will be generated. Otherwise, there is nothing.
Correct. The matter, I'm yet to come to matter. First, let's sort out the energy. So...
Yeah, I was thinking it's energy.
Yes, it is energy. See, we are in that universe, whatever we call universe. There are only two things there. One is Ojas and one is Tejas. There can't be anything else other than that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is Tejas? I am explaining. Tejas is nothing but radio waves. Okay. There are different kind of waves, from UV to this and that, whatever we have found. But they all are radio waves. And whenever we use the word radio, it's heat. Now, if you talk about radioactivity, the place it is generating heat. Okay, and radiation, the word radiation itself shows that there is something emitting from there. Or in a cancer patient, you first do the radiology, right? And then chemotherapy, it's burning. So both are the same. So you are going to give a frequency to a particular place and that will burn that place. So burning means again heat. The fuel portion is the matter, and the Tejas portion is the energy. Agreeable, disagreeable?
That's agreeable.
Okay. Now, if we were to call something as a universe which consists of Ojas and Tejas, now what does a planet consist of then? If we were to take Earth as a planet, what does it consist?
See, now you have mentioned 2 things that is understood. Those 2 things are there.
Yes, those two things are there. So what does Earth consist of? The place where we are staying.
Ojas, Tejas, and additional things.
What is
additional things? You, as per your definition, now additional things are part of Ojas, Tejas.
Correct.
For example, Prithvi.
Correct. It's all part of that. It's all part of Ojas.
Everywhere you can see that. Prithvi we can see that. Water you can see. Agni, yes, it's anyway it is Tejas. Then
Apa.
Vayu, Apa is done. Then Vayu is also some movement because of heat and cold.
Prithvi joining is also
then Akasha. Akasha is nothing of these 2, right? It is just last time you mentioned it is also energy.
Correct.
Because radio is moving through that because energy is already there.
Yes. So it can't be anything different than this too.
So for my understanding based on Shastra 5, now you have made 5 into 2.
No, 5 is there. But basically it is only Tejas and Ojas.
Tejas and Ojas.
So Earth, wherever we have Prithvi, the place where we call it as Earth, if you take river, you will feel cold or hot. then there is movement, then there is solidity as well as liquidity. But when you drink water, what happens?
Drinking water, it will make our body cool, and it gives energy. Energy is
Tejas.
tejas.
Ojas is
Because
water.
water, it is already, yeah, correct.
So you're putting ojas and you're getting tejas, correct?
Yeah, whatever goes in, it goes like one energy, and then it burns there. That understood.
So,
Food is also same thing.
so you have three Agni in the body. One is a Jatara Agni, one is a Dhatu Agni, and Bhuta Agni. If we go by the correct definition, Bhuta Agni will burn all the 5 elements.
Correct, correct.
Dhatu Agni is the Dhatu which get formed. That is the joining of all of these different elements in different formats, and that gives you a Dhatu. Jatara Agni is the one which is the place where everything gets burnt. So what is getting burnt?
That ahara, which is going inside.
Ahara consists of what? Nutrients, correct?
Nutrients.
So what is coming out of it?
That is ahara for somebody else. Energy.
Yes, so if you have ahara, then you will get tejas.
So tejas and ojas are always together everywhere.
Yes.
And they don't separately live, right?
They don't.
Pure Agni, if you say only Agni,
there can't be without ojas. Sorry, without ojas there can't be any Agni.
Yeah, it needs some fuel, yes.
If the fuel is removed, there is no burning.
So in the whole exercise, you are not talking anything about this chitta, right?
I'm happy to come to that, don't worry.
Okay.
Let us first sort this out.
Yeah, this is okay. This is something now we have understood.
So what's the
all these five elements made out of ojas and tejas?
No, 5 elements are the matter, so that is ojas, and consumption of that gives tejas. Correct?
With the action, what is coming out is tejas.
Right. So you will have
cause
only
and effect. Cause is these 5 elements. Effect is nothing but
the energy.
Outcome of that.
Correct. So what is the difference between earth and universe in this case?
Earth is ojas.
Universe?
And all put together it is called universe.
Yes. So that means everything is universe.
Yes. Earth is also part of universe.
Somebody is typing.
No, there is some person.
That is his speed, I can see.
Yeah, not somebody, it is me only who is typing. The reason why I am typing is somebody is in trouble and she wanted to bring one person who is in depression. So I was telling that what time I am free to help that person in depression. So they wanted to come So I just wanted to inform. Otherwise, that lady was getting into slight tension.
Mm.
So I wanted to relieve.
How to define Tejas and Ojas from this exercise of you typing, somebody coming, and then
So the typing,
action.
Yeah, the typing is the energy. The matter is getting burned. So all that I'm speaking will go away. So that is how the energy and matter are working. So matter remains as matter, energy remains as energy. Prakriti and Purusha. It seems to mingle, but it is not.
Yeah, something happens if both are together.
That's what is happening right now.
Action.
Yes, that's exactly
So
what
when both are not together, there is no action, right?
There's no action.
With no movement and no no Tejas. Ojas will remain like Ojas only.
And that is called as liberation. That's all. Simple.
Stopping the movement is nothing but liberation. That means there is no heat at all, because the moment you have heat, it will start expanding. Cold means it will
again, it is part
collapse.
of temperature only, cold or hot.
Yeah.
It is part of temperature. If there is temperature, it is going to search for fuel. So the more the fuel, the more it burns. You remove the fuel, there is no burning. Finished. Here ends matter. And that state of where things doesn't burn is called Brahman.
What is Brahman here? Ojas and Tejas?
No. That state when there is no burning.
The stage when there is no burning called Brahman, because it doesn't deteriorate. It's permanently there. It's Satya.
Yes. So
when Tejas is going away from Ojas, that Ojas is called Brahman, energy.
The Tejas is Brahman, the Ojas is the matter. That is the Purush, that is the Prakriti.
1 minute. Tejas is Brahman. Oh, after burning, what is coming out is
energy.
Coming out is
See,
energy.
the burning also requires energy. From there, it again creates energy, right? From the matter, energy is created, right? It extracts from that, right? See, now you have a food. You put in your stomach.
What you are telling is energy is converted from one form to another form. But energy is Brahman, you are telling.
Yes.
The conversion process is nothing but samsara.
Yes.
Universe.
Yes. That is all what it is.
So the moment the word change happens from one thought to the change means it's a time. The moment you bring the time, change is there. The moment you have change, it is nothing but universe.
Yes, so you create time and space because it takes a particular time to burn something, so you require a space.
So stop burning. So you are liberated. Very, very, very excellent.
So the burning happens only when there is movement. No?
That is correct. Who created that movement is the question. The vasana created the movement. So you remove the vasana, then there is no movement. There is nothing to move. The ojas and tejas are not brought together. If you bring both of them together, they only burn. So don't bring together. So who is bringing it together?
Just vasanas and all that only, samskaras.
No, the mind is bringing it together.
Yeah.
So now what you should destroy?
Mind.
Destroy the mind, it don't come together. So how to destroy the mind? Remove all the impurities from the mind. Then what does it display? Tejas. Finished. Mind is gone. So universe, Tejas and Ojas, planets, Tejas and Ojas, plants, Tejas and Ojas, water, lakes, river, stream, whatever name we have given, Tejas and Ojas, mud, Tejas and Ojas, okay, air, if the air is blowing fast, slow, it creates energy, again Tejas and Ojas. If there are matter inside that, it will rotate it and throw it out, do whatever it is doing, again Tejas and Ojas. Now you come to the body, each body part starting from the head, touch your head, there is heat, and if you keep on rubbing your hand will get grease. Have you seen that? A sticky substance will come from the head, so you'll have grease. Agree with me? Try it out, you'll get grease. And the luster what is provided in the whole body is the grease. So if the skin is dry, there is no grease. If the skin is supple and it is soft or it looks shiny, there is grease. And that is Ojas.
When you see plants, for example, a coconut tree, the growth itself is called Tejas Ojas combination. Huh?
Yes, sir. Without the Tejas, there can't be any growth, right? Without temperature, can anything grow?
Okay, is there between this Tejas and Ojas, is there anything which is going away from this universe? Energy is always within the universe, or something is also
everything remains wherever it was earlier. It just keeps on changing form. See it within the nature, but in trees, in stream, in mud, in plants, in birds, in animals, in humans. What different do you find?
It's all cyclic. It's starting somewhere and keep on consuming, growing.
Maturity, and decay, and death.
Maturity, and die, and again it starts.
Exactly.
For example, small plants is annual cycle.
Okay.
Big plants is a different cycle.
Correct. Now in your home you have so many coconut trees, arecanut trees, and all that trees, right? You remove temperature, will it grow?
It will. No temperature means everything is immediately stopped.
And that is why, that is what we are also growing, because there is temperature, that is stages, and there is ojas, there is nutrients. We are having food every 4 hours, right?
That is for burning fuel, yes.
So you are giving fuel, body is burning.
1 minute. Who is burning here? Who is burning means?
I am yet to come to that. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. We will come to Chitta later, because that is even more subtler than this. This itself we have to answer how this is working. And then I will come to Chitta. Then you will see Ananda, and that is Brahman. So, do you have anything other than this Tejas and Ojas anywhere?
No.
And that is the reason, but Gayatri mantra has Tejas and Ojas.
Gayatri has got Tejas and Ojas. My understanding of Gayatri mantra is you are requesting that sun to give us better intellect.
It is again
prayers.
It is again
prayers.
What? Sun is what?
Sun is energy.
No, that is again Tejas and Ojas, right?
Correct.
Now you want intellect. What does intellect consist of?
Intellect is completely inside. We have not. It's subtle, right? We have not
Whatever it is.
discussed through Tejas Ojas.
Correct. It is. But basically, you should see. So we'll say sharp intellect. What does the sharp means there? Bright.
It's a brilliant. Yeah,
brilliant.
light.
Bright, right? So what is bright? Tejas.
Tejas, correct.
And the knowledge, that is reading or whatever knowledge, like I have taken some knowledge. So what is that knowledge is all about? Fuel, right? So it is Ojas.
Knowledge, yes.
Okay. Now in Ayurveda, they talk about Ojas. So they say first Rakta, Rasa Dhatu, then Rakta Dhatu, then Medha Dhatu, then Majja Dhatu, then you have Asti Dhatu, then I missed something. Sorry. So I have Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Medha, Asti, Majja, Shukra. All of these 7 dhatus ultimately gives Ojas. Pure nutrition. So this nutritive essence get burnt as pure fuel. Meaning just like you have an aeroplane fuel which is perfect for it to fly. Similarly, this Ojas is the perfect thing for you to fly. Now, what is this flying is that the Mooladhara to Swadhisthana to Manipura to Anahata to Vishuddhi Agya Sahasrara. This is what is required for you to fly. Who has to fly? The Tejas. This is the Ojas and that is the Tejas. So, both have fuel and fire.
So it is all some arrangement.
Yes.
But what is available is this too.
And that is the reason human body is considered to be a universe. Uni is single, verse is an arrangement.
Yeah, correct. Complete Brahmanda is there in the human body.
That's the reason I did not wanted to use that word right now. Now we can use it, Brahmanda. So what is Brahma now? Tejas. What is Anda? Ojas.
Oh. Brahmanda. Brahma is
Tejas.
Tejas. Yeah, Brahma, Tejas.
Anda is
Ojas.
matter.
Perfect.
Matter is what? Ojas. So
Brahma is Brahman. Anda is Ojas.
And now if you see, is there real Anda without Brahman?
Without Brahman, no Anda.
No. So Brahman Satya, Jagat Mithya.
Perfect.
So there ends Vedanta. Over.
That is Vedanta.
Yes. Knowing this is Vedanta. Now you are Advaita. So you can proclaim that Aham Brahmasmi.
Yeah, that visualization is Aham Brahmasmi. This is a scientific visualization, right?
Whatever. So this is what the vision I got today. How to explain to you, to all of you, and how I can experience it myself. So I was very happy. It just took me 25 minutes to get this experience.
You are already almost very close to that Nirvana stage.
So I was able to see everything at one shot. Okay, this is this, and body, inside the body, how organs are arranged. So it's an arrangement. Universe. Right? Now the same heart.
Okay, let me ask one question.
Yeah, sure.
You have Ojas and Tejas. The systematic arrangement is done by whom?
Now here we come to the creator theory. This is where dropping the clay is difficult. The Jagat and Ishwara, or Jeevi and Ishwara. Now this part we understood. Okay, pot I can drop. What about clay?
One more question. This is a super now. See, you have two things, Ojas and Tejas.
Correct. Who
When
created them?
when you finally see only Tejas,
Yes.
you are Advaiti.
Correct.
When you see Ojas and Tejas as separate, you are Dvaiti.
Dvaiti. Correct. Correct.
Both are perfectly okay. I think my question of day for yesterday, highly confused mind it was after so many questions. So this gives answer.
Correct. If you see,
when you see both separate, you are Dvaiti. When you see only
Tejas,
you are Dvaiti. But what happens to the Ojas that time? See, now you are only Advaiti thinking. I know this one. Only Tejas. What happens to Ojas during that time? It is there or not?
it is there, but it is it is itself by itself.
So that is not you are.
Yes.
Right? It is not your business.
It's nothing to do with your business. The moment you want to see what is there, you merge Ojas and Tejas.
But that is also Satya. It is there. Only thing is, I don't care.
No, it is a mithya in terms of saying that it has itself an existence without Tejas.
Mithya is the Rupa and Nama only.
Yes, Mithya is a Nama and Rupa.
Mula so-called Ojas, it's by
itself, it is there.
And it ends there.
It ends there.
It ends there means it is Dvaita. If you consider both together.
No, it's not like that. It drops wherever it was.
Drops or vanishes from there. What happens?
No, it just, see, right now as you are talking, the heat is getting generated, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now what will happen? The sweat will come, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, if we keep on talk, so we call that as a heated argument, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
We use the word heated argument. Now, what is heated argument? Heated argument is that the body gets burnt. Water will come. Correct?
Correct.
Now, when the temperature drops, what happens?
There is nothing to burn. Everything is dropped.
So now was sweat there earlier?
Nothing. Finally, you will go and burn the body separately. Gone.
Wait. No. You have gone in a different way. Now there was sweat while talking. Now you are in a cool condition. There is no sweat. Correct?
Yeah.
So it came and it went, right? So the fuel remained in that static state. It never had life by itself. Correct?
It did not burn because I am not burning. I am not so much hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did it change a state? No. Because of the heat, the state seemed to be changed.
Yes. Heat only changes the state.
So
right.
This is Brahman and that is Mithya. Got it? This is Advaita.
Mithya it is there, but it is Mithya.
No, the thing is the change of state is Mithya.
That is Mithya. Yes.
Shankara is also not saying that there is no Ojas. He says, observe. When the state change happens, does it happen independently? Does the sweat come independent of you? No, right?
No.
You should always require fire. Then only sweat can come. This is a very simple thing to do. You don't have to go with running with so many books and literature and all that. Just simple thing. Now, without you moving the body, there can't be sweat, right? If there is no movement, there is no sweat, correct?
Yeah.
So then does the sweat have an independent existence then? No. And that's the reason.
Yeah.
And that is the reason it is Mithya. If it has an independent existence, it is Satya.
Correct.
Because the fire exists, the fuel is there. You remove the fire, there is no fuel, right? See, something should be burning means there should be fire. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
You remove the fire, then what happens to the fuel? Now, why are you worried about the fuel? There is no fuel now. Your question is, what happens to the fuel?
Yes.
Fuel, there is no change in the state. The state change is happening because of the fire. So you remove the fire, what happens to the fuel? It remains the same. See, paper is burning.
Aging doesn't happen. Aging doesn't happen.
Aging doesn't happen. Because there is fire, it burns. See, now, example is that, let us say there is a paper, heap of paper. A paper burns, it turns into ashes, but it is again same form, right? So it didn't change the form. It remained as Prithvi, Apo, Vayo, Tejo. It only became carbon. But it still has Prithvi, Apo, Vayo, Tejo. It did not change the basic property at all.
Yeah. That cannot be changed.
That cannot be changed.
Whatever the proportion it was, it will remain as is.
Yes, but it will...
Prithvi will not become Apo, Apo will not become this one, right? It's the basic elements.
It's basic. So basic 5 elements will remain as 5 elements irrespective of what burns it.
Yeah.
Correct? And that is the reason it is called as fuel. Its job is to keep on giving nutrients to the Tejas. Ojas and Tejas. Now you separate Ojas and Tejas, there is no more life. So you have transcended Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Finished.
No more space for transformation. It is in its original form.
So you have transcended Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Finished. So my class ends. So now you are all in Brahman.
Liberated.
Liberated in Brahman.
But this is very, very simplified approach. No need of any Vedanta here.
You can see it within everything. So when you see everything like this as Tejas and Ojas, what is the state of your mind? There is no Nama and Rupa. That is, there is no wife, there is no daughter, there is no husband, there is no office, there is no this, there is no that. Everything is fuel and fire.
There are no 5 elements also. Only fuel and fire.
Yeah. It's only fuel.
Only brightness, finally. Brightness is
Tejas.
Tejas.
So, now if I look very bright, if I open my camera and if you tell that I am very bright today, what are you trying to say? Your Tejas is good.
Yeah. When you see a face of a person, bright means the moment he is having that knowledge, happiness and all that, it gives special brightness.
Correct.
Positive things coming out. Even his thought is, if it is positive, full energy.
So that becomes what? Tejas.
Tejas.
So you can name that person as Tejasvi.
Tejasvi.
I think all the other people are already achieved more than Brahman.
There is some in Agni Karya, there is one mantra, na? Te Agne Tejasvi Bhuyasam.
Yeah. Now if you read all Purusha Sukta to Sri Sukta to all Suktas, you will be able to experience Tejas and Ojas.
Yeah.
And complete Vishnu Sahasranama is only that. So I left for walk at 5:55 and by 6:20, 6:30 I completely saw the entire Brahmanda and came down.
Is it? Wow.
So it was like a good experience. Wow, that's all what it is. So who is a wife? Wife is Tejas and Ojas. So who dies? The fuel goes away, right? There's nothing more to burn. So we put that body in this crematorium, because now there is no more Tejas left for the fuel to keep on burning. Husband dies, child dies, this dies, office dies, everything will die because the fuel cannot come for a infinite period of time. The change of state is dependent on the karma. The state change, since it is dependent on karma, karma is dependent on vasana, so you will have space and time. desha and kala. So the fuel can stay only for a particular time and a particular space. It can't remain, that state change cannot keep on remaining forever. So there is movement. This movement is created by the mind, which is chitta. And because it is ignorance, the chitta feels that it itself is creating the fuel and fire, not knowing that this fire is actually created by the chit, which is the pure energy. And it doesn't get involved with anything because it just gives fire, agni or tejas. So wherever it is in mind, manas, or it is in body, it keeps on giving the energy. That mind can use it for whatever it wants to use it for. Good activity, bad activity, neutral activity, this activity, that activity, doesn't bother. So the mind keeps on collecting the impressions, and these impressions come as painful sensation or as a pleasurable sensation. And what it calls as painful sensation is dukkha, and what is pleasurable sensation is sukha. Now, by punya, meaning to say that by residing on one side of the equation, which is the punya phala, rebirth happens in good burning place, and then if due to papa phala, that same thing will get burnt in a bad burning place, but they both are burning only. Both are ojas and tejas. So if the mind were to cool down, meaning not add fuel and fire, remove itself from the fuel, it just stays as fire, meaning tejas. If it remains as tejas, there is no longer any ojas, so there is no burning. So it cools down. So the fire of the raga, fire of dvesha, fire of moha, all the three are totally gone. Now with these three fire going away, it becomes shanta. There is no more burning. And that mind is liberated, because there is no more ojas for it to burn. Now all the 7 chakras are completely pure. So the prana stops. And when the prana stops, because there is no fuel, so there is no need for prana to stay. So this person can just exist in chit, and that is ananda. So sat, tejas, chit, the thing which shines, ananda, it's always in blissful state. So that always is there. Tat tvam asi is tat is I, tvam is that, asi is the complete universe, which has tejas and ojas. So the tejas portion, I become that. That means there is no I, jiva, there is no ishwara. So in this ishwara and this one, they both are removed. Then what remains with you as you, real you, is only asi. So we have tat tvam asi. So ham brahmasmi. Now I have become that which is in everything. Right from the universe to single molecule is the same essence, tejas and ojas. Stop the fuel, there is no need for fire. With that, I end my experience.
It started where it ended finally.
It ended with this experience of vastness, completeness, or whatever we call it as Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. That is where it ended.
So you have experienced that Purnata today.
Yes.
Super. How long this is?
25 minutes.
25. That means it's equivalent to that Krishna has seen the. He has shown his mother that world. Vishwarupa Darshana.
Vishwarupa Darshana. Something similar to it, but it's a very nice one. It's like complete contentment.
So during this experience, you are in only on Tejas, right?
Ultimately, you will end up in Tejas because you will see everything as Ojas. You are giving the fuel. So everything I talk, everything I walk or do, whatever is just a Ojas.
This happened during a meditation time? Or
No. Walk in the morning.
Just walk it happened. Huh?
Just walk. No sitting, nowhere. Now I am having this without to do anything. In all postures. So the more the yama and niyama I am practicing, the asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, samadhi is dhyana, samadhi is happening automatically. Anyway, so you have to contemplate starting with what we did on universe and what it is consisted of, what you are consisted of, compare it, and you will come to see that everything is fuel and fire. You have to then wash the fuel. You will give mental fuel and body fuel. Body fuel is required for sustaining brahmacharya, whereas the mental fuel you don't have to give at all. That is what creates samsara. So you stop giving the mental fuel. So when the mental fuel means thinking, pondering, assessing, conceptualizing, all that is mental fuel. So the more the mental fuel, the more the rebirth. The lesser the mental fuel, the lesser the rebirth. Because the job of the Tejas is to burn. So it keeps on showing light on that, and this keeps on burning. So if you stop the mental fuel, you are just on physical fuel. That is the body fuel, which is the 5 elements. Out of that, 5th element is the space. So 4 elements. So you're adding Prithvi, Apo, Vayo, Tejo, they get consumed. Again you're putting Prithvi, Apo, Vayo, Tejo. Again they get consumed. Again you're putting Prithvi, Apo, Vayo, Tejo, and again it gets consumed. So if you see yourself and you see in others, they are the same. Eye is a chakshu, shrota is a shrota, grana is a grana, jivha is a jivha, kaya is a kaya. So that's all what everything is made up of. All of these 5 are individually ojas. They are in search of that ojas outside. So when I say husband and wife, this husband is in search of the wife. And they are in search of the wife because they are separated out, but they are nothing to separate. The consciousness which we call, which connects both of them, is the Tejas. This burns the husband and this burns the wife also. So they're burning in passion, or they're burning in enjoyment, or they're burning in desire, they're burning in agony, they're burning in something all the time. Between an employee and an employer, same thing. Between an office and a person going to the office, between a home and a person staying at home, it's the fuel here is the nama rupa, the fire is the consciousness. So nama rupa and consciousness keeps on interchanging, interplay, and a person keeps on feeding each other. So if you stop nama rupa, consciousness will stop. So nama rupa is created in the mind. That is the fuel. Stop the fuel. Fire extinguishes. Then the person is completely liberated. What happened? All have become very silent.
No, it is something different perspective of our discussions. In Veda, we have studied Vedanta, studied up to 5 elements. This is also appearing in Vivekachudamani.
Yeah. I was contemplating on that only, and all these appeared.
Oh.
Yesterday I was talking about dropping the ishwara and the jagat and the jiva, right? So just looking at that, and it just started manifesting. And it's also there in Buddha teaching, so I'm not saying that it is not there. So for me, both are an advantage because I can understand both.
This was already known to you, and yesterday you got this. Today morning, you got this idea.
This I knew, but not in as an experiential knowledge. Today I got an experiential knowledge itself.
Yeah.
If you have experiential knowledge only, you can explain like this.
Correct.
Otherwise, it will not be possible.
So we all are that only, Ojas and Tejas. So yesterday my talk in the morning is combination of Ojas and Tejas. If I don't exist there, it's only Tejas. If I exist, it exists with Ojas and Tejas. So there will be distortion because it is a combination of both. So let us say if it was felt good or felt okay or felt bad, whatever it is, because of the fuel. Tejas will not have any responsibility of making it good, bad or ugly. It is a type of fuel which it burns will smell. So if I have raga, dvesha, moha in the fuel, it burns with raga, dvesha, moha. If because of raga, dvesha, moha, I have my ego, so that gets burnt and it shows up as ego. So people start disliking. If I don't have ego and there is no raga, dvesha, moha, it is pure light. So it is warmth. So the persons will feel the warmth. Otherwise they feel the heat. So when they feel the heat, they get irritated. So generally we get irritated at a person whom we feel the heat, not the warmth. We like the person whom we get the warmth, like the mother. There is warmth, there is no heat. Whereas in a lover or with something, there is heat. There is a heat of passion. Mother doesn't have heat of passion, she has warmth. So the child goes to the mother. Child doesn't go to somebody else. So the tejas is pure in the mother. The tejas is not pure in a girl who has passion, let's say. So there is one mother, there is one girl. So the choice is given, whom do you want? And then the child runs to the mother. But if that child wants to enjoy that girl, then he also has the heat of the passion. She also has the heat of passion. So then they will have only heat. They will not have warmth. Similarly, we can see with everything. So there is warmth, there is heat. When there is heat, there is irritation. When there is warmth, you feel calm, peace, and all that. This is again the experience. That's all I have. So I am very grateful to Shankaracharya for making such a nice Vivekachudamani.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I have
You can also write. You can also write one.
I can write. So I am happy today that I have Viveka, discrimination between Tejas and Ojas.
Deepest level.
So from universe to the single atom, I am able to see everything is Tejas and Ojas.
So when you see this, where were you? Means
I am not there at all.
your mind was not there, right?
Mind was not there. There is no mind.
So this is something like out of body experience, but the body was moving with this.
See, I'm able to feel the heat of my walking. I was able to count my breaths, like what I gave as an example or an assignment yesterday. Then this was happening. This was like everything is happening. So everything is happening in everywhere at the same time. And that is the quality of Brahman.
Yeah.
You exist everywhere. There is not a single place you don't exist.
So what is prana then? Is Tejas or Ojas?
Prana is a combination of Tejas and Ojas. So good question. So it will also perish.
So it is the prana comes into being when these two come together.
Yes.
And bonds.
Because of the mind.
Energy is the prana.
Yes, because the mind is using the prana like the battery. So you will have this battery working till the mind exists. So one complication here to go beyond is that you should really experience what is Brahman to see how prana goes away. Otherwise it will be a guesswork. Your prana will not be there. Meaning that in that Kriya Yoga book, what they say, stopping of prana, right?
Right.
And that is what will happen. But you are alive.
Yeah. So last time when we discussed about the samadhi and all, you were also telling that prana is the one which sustains the body.
Yes. So when that goes away, there is no prana.
So then what sustains the body then?
Now this is going to become more complicated. Maybe we were supposed to talk something yesterday, right? But you said that you will be telling me first thing we were supposed to discuss.
You said you will remember also.
That's what. Now this also you have to add it for tomorrow.
Something like Astamata about this.
Huh?
Ashtamata. 8 mathas. We are talking about mathas.
Okay.
So tomorrow topic will be matha plus what you are asking, Lata. This will take at least a few hours to explain to you. You are asking me something like...
Tomorrow is Saturday, so are we going to have it session?
No, tomorrow means Monday.
Monday.
I don't mind doing it tomorrow if all of you are okay with me. But then the question what you're asking, Lata, is so deep. I don't know how to explain it in English words, but I'll try to do that.
Yeah. You have 2 weeks time. 2 days time.
Yeah, I will do that. So you have to make a note. What was your question? What happens to prana?
What I was asking is, if Tejas and Ojas comes together, and that's when the prana gets formed and it is used for many things. And then when you said some time back, in samadhi, we have only the prana which is sustaining that body. Okay, so and you said when it is samadhi, prana will also not be there, or it is not moving. So my question is, what sustains the body? Because all that processes has to work, and for that you need the prana.
Okay, so in one single word, if I were to define, is that there is Ayushya, that is the life stream consciousness. that will sustain the body, just like when you lock the door of your home and go elsewhere. Same concept. So that will keep the body active. And what will happen to you? You are not there at home.
Yeah, you are not there at home. But that consciousness has to convert itself into something like prana to sustain it.
No. So we will take it up on Monday. But you have to remind me. By that time I would have forgotten, but I will explain to you like I experienced this. I will also keep on pondering over it. I will experience your question and I'm going to answer.
Great.
And Ashtamata is another thing. I don't know in what context I was talking about it.
No, I remember that Ashtamata is completely, it is based on Prakriti is not real, Guru is not real. Then you said the Ashtamata example.
Okay. Correct. So we'll do that.
Okay. We will have these 3 topics for Monday.
Yes. So you have to inform me as soon as we meet so that I will remember.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Meet you on Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good day. Bye.
Good day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.